All right, welcome 2011 Chicago PSP Open here, Joliet, Illinois. Matty Marshall, I'm here with Kevin Catfish Arcilla, World Championship paintball player, paintball personality extraordinaire. How you doing this morning, Catfish?
Doing fabulous, you know, nice and sunny. It's not raining like it's been all week.
Yes, terrible week. Pretty good weekend so far, though.
Yeah, you know, pretty good weekend. Just a little rain coming down once in a while.
Yeah, it was a little light mist yesterday evening, just a little light mist. But so far, perfect weather this morning, not a cloud in the sky, and we are about to watch the Division II semifinals take place right now. It's Grad, Moscow, and DOW Wargerg. We got a team from Russia and a team from Sweden about to do battle on center court.
Looks like the Europeans are invading the main court here for the first game of the day.
And the Swedes are in green and black, the Russians in black and white. It's a very colorful affair.
Very colorful.
Or maybe not. Thought the Swedes would have had some sort of yellow and blue ensemble.
Yeah, you know, representing.
Representing.
They're trying to go, what was it? What did they have? Green?
Yeah, green and black.
And camouflage, you know, trying to get sneaky.
Well, I went down there and I told them that they had a very strong paintball heritage to uphold.
Oh, and, yeah. Joy Division.
And, you know, with Sweden. And then one of them was like, and Wisconsin. And I'm like, because I'm like, what?
How did Wisconsin get thrown in?
And then one of them was like, oh, well, I'm from Wisconsin. I was like, well, no one's ever won from Wisconsin, but Sweden does have a champion. Yeah. All right, so here we go on the breakout. You were looking at DOW Wargerg.
And a flag being thrown. A red and a yellow.
So Grad Moscow immediately getting a penalty. So we saw a red and a yellow. Is that two penalties, Catfish, or just one?
Well, I think both refs ran to the back right, looks like, and one threw red and the other one threw yellow, but it doesn't look like they're putting anyone in the box right now.
Yeah, I don't see anyone in the box, and I don't see any alive players for DOW Wargerg either.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm kind of confused right now.
Very quick point.
Looking like no points being awarded just yet. Two refs kind of talking it over, trying to see what's going on. That was a quick point, though, man.
Yeah, very quick point. You know, it's one of those points where you look to one end where the flags take a distraction for us. Our eyes immediately go to the flag. We start talking about that, and I look to the opposite side of the field. No Swedes are alive.
Maybe that Wisconsin boy didn't bring a wheel of cheese with them for good luck.
Yeah. Well, now they're walking the flag in, so
it looks like the Russians taking the first point here. Not really too sure what happened in the back right corner or left. It's kind of early right now. Sorry.
Right and left.
Potato.
So, Catfish, why don't you talk about the murder that happened this morning?
There was no murder. Right, I'm driving down the street, you know.
Just to let everyone in the paintball world needs to know, Catfish murders birds in the morning.
I was not.
In Chicago.
He rolled off the windshield. I was only going
tuck and roll off the windshield.
I was obeying the speed limit. It said 40, and you're not here in Chicago. It's ×2, so I was going 80.
Okay.
And there's a little bird. You know, I figured birds are smart, man. He's gonna fly away, fly to the left, to the right.
Birds used to be dinosaurs. When they've been around for this long, you think that maybe they should be smart, right?
You know, instead of going left and right, he came at me. You know, come at me, bro. You know what happens when you mess with the bull? You get the windshield. Yeah, that's what happens.
Take him out with the car.
Yeah, man. He tucked and rolled. I'm pretty sure he flew off after he bounced off the windshield.
You're a bad man.
You know, on the paintball field and off. Don't matter to me. Add another chalk one up to the list. No, but I felt real bad about that. PETA, don't come after me. Sorry.
PETA. I hope no one from PETA is listening.
Yeah.
We're going to get hate mail.
I'm going to be at my house boycotting it.
So just about 25 seconds to go on the countdown clock before the start of this next point. And lots of great paintball action coming at you today. We have Distortion taking on Wolfpack right after this. And then Upton 187 crew, New Jersey Jesters. And then after that, Assault and Hurricanes. And then we have the pro semifinals starting with Dynasty versus the LA Ironmen. That should be a good match.
And we're off here.
All right, let's see now. The teams have switched sides. The Russians are on the right-hand side of your screen. The Swedes on the left.
Puts the Russians into the snake first here. And Sweden losing a back right player.
Sweden having a really hard time keeping players alive in their bunkers right now.
Yeah.
That first game was utter destruction for them, even though it looked like there was a penalty. I don't necessarily, because if the Grad Moscow won that point, but if there was a penalty on them, that penalty would still be up if it was a minor penalty or a major penalty because they won the point. So I think that that call was negated.
Yeah. We need to get the snake player in the game here. Coach needs to let him know to go up to the next bump. He's like, oh, and eliminating that center stand-up.
Grad Moscow looked like a good move down the snake, but he immediately gets taken out. Doesn't really matter, though. The damage is already done, and so far it's been all Grad Moscow.
Looked like he slid a little too wide into the snake there. Taking a hit off his shoulder.
Yeah, so this is a race to 5.
And the Russians are up 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. It does not look good right now for DOW Wargerg, a team out of Gotland. Sorry, team out of Gothenburg, Sweden. Gotland is an island off the coast of Sweden, which is an awesome place. It's like the Ibiza of Scandinavia.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but Gothenburg is more of like an industrial town. So night and day kind of difference. Similar name, big difference in actual town. Anyway, so.
Matt Marshall also knows his geography, ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah, it's good to see a team from, Sweden has, like I was talking about a little bit earlier, with Joy Division, strong paintball heritage up there, and also teams from Norway have been also competing in Finland. I mean, there's a lot of paintball up in Scandinavia, so it's great to actually see one of those Swedish teams here bring a little international flavor to the competition.
Yeah, usually we get to see them on World Cup when, the big stage when they all make the trip, but I mean, it's a treat to get to see them, midway through the season in one of the events.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially like Chicago, the Windy City.
Yeah, it is good to see them mid-season. This isn't even a World Cup.
No, exactly.
So to have, we're watching the semifinals right now, D2, and we're looking at a team from Moscow and a team from Sweden. That's a pretty cool thing to see here.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Like I said, you usually get this little treat World Cup, at the end of the season, but we're getting a little taste test here.
So there's GI Paintball is a Platinum Series sponsor of the PSP. And if you join their Facebook page and guess how many cases of paintballs the Russian Legion shot in the first 4 games, the closest number will win 3 free cases of 4-star Imperial. And as we know, Imperial is some badass paint. All right, so on the breakout here, both teams 5 strong, and DOW Wargerg needs to get something going on here.
Looks
just
like
really continuing.
Wargerg losing players wholesale out here. 2-for-1 special off the snake side.
Yeah, they're having a just terrible time trying to live in their bunkers. It's just been all Grad Moscow.
This is not good. It's not cool being the lonely guy in the back, and when you're about to wear it like he's about to do it here.
Yeah, a little couple extra for him.
A little face massage.
Number 57,
no happy ending on that one.
Balk over here on the snake, just digging hard, trying to get to the corner. It didn't really matter, though, because nobody was alive.
No, it really didn't matter.
Just a little early morning workout for him. Want to get some calisthenics in.
When you're a last player and you get that facial massage, it's never a good thing.
No, not a good thing.
Like I said, not a happy ending at all in that one. Looks like they're taking their time here to hang this flag. Not really in any rush. Do you think they take vodka before the game to get themselves up?
No, but they're probably going to be drinking a lot of it tonight if they win.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Maybe I should go party with them tonight. Drink some free vodka.
Yeah, exactly. What, you don't want to hang out with me tonight? That's messed up, Catfish. I'm right here. I'm right here. You just going to leave me like that?
Matt, I didn't want to be... it's not you, it's me, Matt.
Is it?
It's not you, it's me. I'm sorry about that, but sometimes friendships are forever and sometimes they're not, we've been roommates and everything through life's journey. But sometimes I got to grow my own wings and take flight, my friend.
Well, it is about time you became a grown man. Stop hanging on my coattails.
Take flight, just not into a windshield.
All right, so Grad Moscow is absolutely dominating this game against DOW Wargerg. Here we are watching the Division 2 semifinals, 2011 Chicago Open in Joliet, Illinois, just outside of Chicago.
Beautiful, beautiful farmland. many empty acres of just corn or emptiness.
Yeah,
pretty much.
it's nice out here. I mean, I just spent some time in the city and took the train out here from the city, and it was a nice ride.
And don't tell everyone you're a hobo, dude, because now everyone knows you're a hobo. Just
Hop the train.
hopping on the trains.
I had a fight with Schmitty the bum.
Schmitty had to break a bottle, make a bottle knife. It got kind of ugly, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, he tried to steal my matches. That's the only way I have to start my fire at night.
But all that matters is that we have you here, Matt. That's all that matters right now.
All right, so you're looking at the Russians right now. Grad Moscow completely dominating DOW Wargerg so far. And they're on the split screen breakout. So the Russians going to be on the left-hand side, and it doesn't look like, okay, here finally now, DOW Wargerg making their way onto the field, and they probably spent a little bit of time trying to figure out exactly what is going wrong because they haven't been playing a lot of paintball so far this game.
Now, Matt, do you think in their huddles they are talking in Swedish and that poor guy from Wisconsin has no clue what's going on, or do you think they have a translator in there for him?
Well, they're probably doing a little bit of both because Swedes, as we well know, we've been up there, they speak pretty perfect English.
Yeah.
It's actually almost comical because Swedes will literally say in perfect English, oh, you'll be having you'll be talking to one, another one will be like, you'll start to talk to the other one and they'll say, oh, I'm sorry. I apologize for my English in an accent like that. You're like, what are you talking about, man? You sound like you can speak the language.
West Coast or what?
Yeah, you from LA?
From LA? Yeah. Spent some time out there, learned a little Swedish myself.
Yes,
you know.
Oh, yes, we did.
I would like to share it with the world, but I don't want to give my buddy Pat down there a heart attack. So let's just say I'll save that for later.
All right.
That'll be on the short bus. That will be on the short bus.
Eventually, everyone ends up on the short bus.
Eventually. You can hide, but we will find you.
All right, so 47 seconds to go here on the countdown clock. There was a timeout called by Grad. No, actually it was called by DOW Wargerg.
Looks like we have a 3-0 game going here. Hopefully the Swedes come out maybe.
Well, hopefully the Swedes will come out and make this interesting for the crowd and everyone watching at home.
So now we're having an early brunch here. Not involving happy Swedes.
All right, well, we got about 10 seconds to go here, and let's see. I mean, really basically the story of this game has been utter domination by Grad Moscow, and essentially they've just been shooting a ton of the Swedes off the break, and then the rest of them haven't been able to live in their bunkers for more than a couple seconds.
Yeah. Look at the Swedes being a little bit more aggressive, eliminating the back left bunker behind the snake for the Russians.
Yeah, the Swedes are 5 alive right now.
Yes, they are. It looks like they're actually winning some gun battles this time. Doesn't look like the Russians are in any hurry to take any ground. They're just lined up all back bunkers here. The Swedes looking to make some moves, trying to gain some real estate, maybe take a point away here.
And finally making a move out to the insert bunker, and right now this is the best looking point that DOW Wargerg has played so far.
This is definitely the longest point we've seen today so far.
Yeah. They're playing a race to 5 here in the divisional.
Look for the Swedes to try to get into the snake here.
So you're looking at the Grad Moscow on the screen right now. It's crossfield spread. Very conservative, but they have a 3-point lead right now. Really, all they have to do is just shoot their guns and let the time tick off, and this game will be over.
It's pretty much what they're doing here.
But there's a ton of time. I mean, honestly, with 10 minutes, I would really, if I was whooping a team as bad as Moscow's whooping up Wargerg right now, I would really be trying to make a statement.
Yeah.
This is the semifinals. We're trying to head to the finals, and
well, not only a statement to the team, but a statement to your fellow teammates that, hey, man, first game, 5-0. This is what happens,
Yeah, absolutely.
That gets the whole team up.
Early morning come out smashdown is just, that's what you want when you're heading into the finals.
Good breakfast, come to the field, smash a team down, and advance yourself to the next round. Looks like the Russians are making a move up the Dorito side here.
So that's really the first aggressive move we've seen out of Grad Moscow so far at this point.
Looks like the Swedes are into the snake and eliminating another Russian player to snake side. Looks like the snake side's way open here. Look for this Swedish player. Look for that cross-field shot on the Dorito.
So this is John Sanderson here in the snake for DOW Wargerg. See if he can get something going here. I mean, this is crucial for them. You know, as we crack the 10-minute mark, again, we're only at a race to 5.
Oh!
And if John can get some kills in here, he's really going to help his team out. He can, you know, we talk about that 3-point spread, but in a race to 5, 3-point spread is
not much.
It's even more of a disadvantage.
Yeah.
You know, because if
retreating. Don't think that was a good move. Proving my point, getting eliminated.
Yeah, I don't know why he would. That made absolutely no sense. Do you know why he retreated?
I think there was a shot of vodka back there for him. Pretty sure that's what it was. Looks like this sweet. Now this player needs to go all the way up to the snake, possibly to that little bunker there at the end. Keep going, come on. Oh, and eliminating the last player.
So.
Yep, and the Swedes are on the board now.
Yeah, so now we got ourselves a 2-point match with 8 minutes. This is actually a game all of a sudden. Instead of Grad Moscow going up 4-0 and being 1 point away from a victory, now DOW Wargerg puts a point on the board, making this a 2-point match. And that looked a lot better. They were able to keep 5 bodies alive. They finally got Sanderson over here in the snake. And he did some damage. He went, you know, slow, methodical, but that's fine. You know, slow, methodical. As long as you get that point, that's the most crucial element of it, obviously.
Look, they were able to stay on the field a lot longer.
Doesn't need to be flashy.
Yeah, just get that point. That's all you need to do.
Just get the point. He got the point. So, nice job. And we got ourselves a paintball game. You know? For a second, I was getting a little worried.
A little worried. I thought instead of having 15 minutes of fame, I might have just had 5. That's what it looked like.
And Catfish, thanks for the 4 minutes you spent up here in the booth.
Thanks for the complimentary bottle of water, Matt.
Yeah.
See you later.
Gatorade, only the finest.
Only the finest.
Though, you know, this isn't necessarily my favorite color of Gatorade. I like the purple Gatorade better.
I like the blue. You know, reminds me of a team that I like back in Los Angeles that wears blue.
Los Dyers?
Los Dodgers.
God, they're so good right now. They are so good.
Yeah, you know, at least we're ahead of the team down south. I forgot what the fries or French fries. San Diego French fries.
Called, just like me and you, they're called the Fathers.
The Fathers. Why are you called the Friars, man? Did you guys make French fries? You guys frying up food down there?
Of course.
I'm just saying, with a, you know, named after the Lord's
So how do you
children.
feel about these pro matchups coming up? Dynasty, Ironman, Boston Red Legion, Edmonton Impact. What do you think we're going to see in the finals?
You know, I'm an Ironman alumni, you know, as well as you are. You know, the first game should be good. I mean, Assault and Ironman, I might, you know, or Dynasty and Ironman, you know. But you know, it's going to be a tough one. Dynasty's just been, you know, it's not like one player on Dynasty sticking out. They're playing like a unit, and that's what you need, you know what I mean? And when you have that clicking, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to, you know, beat a team like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to be broadcasting all day here till the afternoon. Got lots of great paintball coming at you again. In case you're just tuning in, Distortion and Wolfpack. The rest of our Division 2 semifinals coming at you next. And then Upton 187 crew. New Jersey Jesters and Assault taking on the Hurricanes in D1. And then Dynasty, Los Angeles Ironman, Boston Red Legion, and Edmonton Impact will be the pro semifinals. Also, go to pbnation.com and chat about the games that you are watching. The PSP has their own forum, and yeah, we would love to see you guys grace the pages of PB Nation and, you know, talk amongst yourselves.
Let us know what you're thinking right now. If you're having a fabulous day, you should probably put that down.
I'm hoping it stays just like this for the rest of the day.
It'd be nice. It doesn't look like there's too many clouds in the sky, except for that big black mass
I'll tell you what,
way.
I talked to Bert Wright, who is the guy in charge of making sure, well, Lane Wright is the man, and then Bert Wright is also the man. But anyway, they're both in charge of making this thing happen, and the destruction, the story that Bert told me about what it took to get this tournament up and working was just if you ever see them, man, you need to go and shake their hands.
I think he needs a hug, actually.
Yeah,
he showed me some pictures, and it looked
my God, I felt
like a train just came right through the event. I mean, there's product lost in the woods from the storm, taking up, merch off tables. It's crazy out here.
All right, so here we go. Score 3-1. Grad Moscow up over DOW Wargerg. And it looks like the Russians rolling their guns pretty nicely here off the break and
coming heavy down the snake side, looks like, or at least putting some ballers up here.
Yeah, and DOW Wargerg able to stay alive off the break.
That's a good
They
sign.
have 5 alive, and they really were having a hard time doing that the first couple points. Let's see if they can scratch their way back into this match.
Scratching
Still
and
a ton of time left. It's just under 8 minutes to go.
Looks like everyone's content in their bunkers at the current moment. And we have a Swede player breaking out of the back. Look for the Russians to make a move into the snake here, or not. I could be mistaken.
If you're over the top of your bunker already that far shooting your gun, you might as well just go.
I'd be in the snake
There's
already.
no point as they take out the back center bunker.
Yeah. This guy needs to be in the snake if he has that much leeway, you know what I mean? No one's really... Looks like they're shooting this way, or at least got an angle on him. He's backing up, trying to get that stand-up. Looks like the Russians, all they're doing on the snake side, just locking it down, not allowing the Swedes to get in there and come down that side.
Yeah, smart moves from Moscow. And now making moves up in the center.
Go.
They've been rolling their guns quite nicely. The only problem is that they're really just trying to stay in their bunkers a little bit. Now finally making his move down the snake. Nice job, too. He's cleaning people up. Pops to the inside, cuts down the center. And now Grad Moscow 1 point away from winning this first D2 semifinal matchup.
4-1 here in favor of Moscow.
No, what I don't understand was the player from Grad Moscow, he's standing over the top of that insert bunker for so long. I don't know why he just didn't get into the snake. Maybe I'd understand trying to grind the time down, but that doesn't make any sense. There's no point. I mean, if you're given a move, you always take that move. That's just how paintball should be played at a high level, because if you're not taking that move, then you're not really it shows weakness. Now, not to say that Grad Moscow is playing weak. Obviously, they're beating this team up, DOW Wargerg, 4-1. But he spends all that time over that bunker, and then when he finally decides to make the move late into the game, I mean, he got his kills, but he could have been down in their face a lot longer than that. And then when he made the move, he just decided to kind of bypass the entire snake and just run down.
Yeah.
Luckily, the guys shooting at him just flat out missed him, but still.
Well, that's the thing. You got to
slow, methodical moves, smart moves. That's how paintball should be played at the high level.
Definitely, but you got to also remember. I mean, the Russians coming out of a camp like that, they get a job and that's their job. You stay in this bunker, you shoot this lane, don't let anyone in. And I'm sure that's what they probably told him in there, because there was a coach down here yelling at him, and that guy's job was probably just to lock that snake down. And they're real obedient on that Russian camp. I mean,
that's very true.
A player like any one of us would have definitely been down the snake, but it just goes to show how, committed and, they listen.
Yeah, but then again, the thing is that this, this is the division, Division 2, and in the divisional series, these guys are working their way up, and I'm going to give Grad Moscow a lot of credit. I mean, obviously they've been training; they look very crisp on their gunfights, but the timing is the last thing to come. The timing, the composure, all that stuff's the last thing to come. The first thing that comes is the form.
Fundamentals.
Yes, the fundamentals, the form, the mechanics. That's the first thing to come. You have to constantly work to tweak those and perfect them. However, that is the very first element in paintball that you're going to get good at, because that's honestly the easiest thing to get good at. Timing and all the other things that we're talking about, that's really hard. Now, big, bold move into Snake 1.
Oh.
And then
Swedes once again
are just having
coming
a
off
real
wholesale.
hard time trying to stay alive.
Looks like the Russians are going to Costco and just buying in bulk right now.
Buying kills off the break wholesale.
You buy 1 kill, you get 3 for free. Looks like the snake player is going to work here for the Russians. Looking for that cross-field shot.
Yeah, again, this is do or die time right now for DOW Wargerg, as they only have 1 point, and Grad Moscow 1 point away at this race to 5 from taking this victory and heading to the finals.
Yeah. Oh.
They look real sharp right now, not making very many mistakes.
You know, he got his coach here in the sidelines for Moscow barking orders. And I believe it's not English.
So it's
surprisingly as that is.
And the player in the snake right now is Andres Jr. in that black beanie, the dye mask for the Swedes. That's on the left-hand portion, bottom left-hand portion of your screen. You can see here, wide shot. Both players shooting inside, rolling their guns, trying to get those angles on the Dorito side of the field. And the Dorito side also engaging cross field, trying to get shots on the snake as time's ticking off the clock. 5 minutes exactly left here to play.
Looks like we got 4 Moscows against 3 Swedes left. Doesn't look like either snake player is getting too aggressive.
Well, and at this point, as the time is starting to tick down, I really don't know what's stopping DOW Wargerg, other than the guns, obviously, of Grad Moscow. But, you know, that being said, you really want to start making moves. They got a lot of ground to make up. A lot of ground to make up and not a lot of time. They've only scored 1 point here in 10 minutes of game time that's elapsed. They need to score 3 more just to tie it, and they only have 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to do that.
Yeah, doesn't look like it's enough time. I mean, the Russians are, you know, look like they're playing old school lockout style right now and just content on where they're at.
And that's what I would do. I wouldn't mind doing that if I was the Russians. Oh, that was like the complete opposite of old school lockout style is what just happened. Oh, he traded out with them.
Yeah, that's what you want at that point.
So Andres Jr. and Balka.
And here comes the pain, back right.
No, Galka have traded out here in the snake.
No, they missed him, didn't get him.
So the Russians are just throwing their bodies away right now.
Look at the Swedes might steal another point away here.
Yeah, it's possible.
3.5.
I mean, we're looking at I believe it's a one-on-one right now.
It is.
Yeah, it's a one-on-one as the other Moscow players playing a game of catch in their bunkers.
Yeah. Who's going to catch it first?
So this is huge right now. This is Ship-off. So Ship-off for Grad Moscow, trying to win this game and send his team to the Division II finals. All he has to do is pull off this one-on-one right here.
Oh, gain a little bit more real estate. See how crisp the snapshot is. Oh. Not crisp enough.
Why is he not backing up off that bunker? There's only 1 player left alive. Guys, if you're out there and you're watching, these bunkers, they only serve as an obstacle to put between you and paintballs. You play the bunker, don't let the bunker play you. Right now, Ship-off's a little bit, he doesn't need to be that tight. He's too tight on there. He's playing a one-on-one. If he backs up from there, he's going to have a better angle and to see if the Swedish player makes a move either way. You know, being that close to the bunker, you're really letting your mechanics kind of hinder you, because what you have to do is, you know, you sometimes have to, if you have to raise the barrel up at all to switch hands when you're in a one-on-one situation, you're too close to the bunker.
That's time that you're losing.
That's time that you're losing. See, now look, he lost the play. He lost the Swedish player. Oh, he finally picked him up. But you know that if the Swedish player had come to the next bunker, and he pulls off the snapshot. So, well, he obviously knows what he's doing on the snapshot side of things.
Obviously.
So nice job and congratulations to Grad Moscow as they take the first Division II semifinal matchup, and they will head on. We have the next game coming at you, Distortion taking on Wolfpack next to see who meets Grad Moscow in the finals. DOW Wargerg gonna have to go home, back to Sweden, hang their heads. Unfortunately, you know.
Drink some vodka.
Yes.
Learn their lesson. Maybe a wheel of cheese from the guy from Wisconsin.
All right, so that is the final horn. Let's see if the score goes up here in this race to 5. No, I don't see a score yet. The referee's checking him out. And he is clean. His celebration begins. Though you don't want to start celebrating yet. We haven't got to the finals.
No, they're going to drink vodka in the pits for sure right now.
You keep mentioning this vodka. Is this kind of like some sort of memory from last night, Catfish? Potentially?
Memory from the whole weekend, my friend. Whole weekend.
So Grad Moscow spills out on the field, and that is going to do it here for the first matchup. Again, lots of great paintball coming at you. We're watching the D2 semifinals, D1 semifinals coming up after that, followed by the Pro semifinals. I'm Matty Marshall. I got Kevin Catfish Arcilla up here, and we will be right back after these messages.